that was a strange cutoff. Hi everybody. I'm live. That's an important position. How are we all? Freaking out? Cool, me too. Alright. So, welcome to Drunk with Raspberry. Okay. How is that? Are we good? Can we hear me? Can we see me? Fat fingers. Ooh. Hey, Midnight. Awesome. The googly eyes. The googly eyes. Good? You're good? Have we all got our papers and papers and pens and tablets and cats? Hey, digital kitty. Welcome to the stream. Hiding pencils and no paper. Always a good idea. So, we have been planning this in my head for all week and it's gone crazy. Ah! We have a double. Ah! Double alert! Double alert! Oh, that's fine. Alerts there and there. Cool. Now we should have single alerts. Thank you very much. 14 months! You subscribed for 13 years, yeah. Stress. I'll probably go through the same cycle and like, oh, I like streaming. I don't like streaming. Goodbye for 8 months in a row. Alright, so, we have our paper. I have fancy paper. Not very fancy. It's called cartridge paper. It's got a slight, means it's got a slight grain to it. And, oh gosh, what do you guys want to know? I've written down all my notes, but I'm still freaking out a little. Alright. Oh my god, paper! Yeah, paper! Real life paper! I figured everyone wouldn't have a digital cat annoying each other. A digital tablet. So I got some paper out. It is so fancy. I got it from Office Works. So it's not really fancy. Such a legacy item. I know, it's like I was gonna get my tablet out and get some chisels, but I figured I might as well go modern. So yeah. So I brought a new pen just in case my older ones didn't have thing in it. And I've got some pencils here. Because I'm gonna be doing shading. I'd usually use a 2B. 2B or not 2B. But I'm gonna be using a 7B. Just so it can show up clearer. If you want me to explain what all that means, then I'll do it in a different one. You don't have paper or a pencil? You can do it on digital if you want to. So, because I know Hyper in the next room is doing that. Music needs to be just pinched downwards a bit. That was the worst sentence I've heard in my history of sentencing. Move my clock at slowly. How is that? Because I turned it down on the desktop, I didn't turn it down on the on my computer. Is that any better? Alrighty. So, and I also added a few more things up in the square that does the image slideshow. Turn down in stream. It turned down in stream. How is that? Maybe I'm obvious? That's what I did the first time, and then you said I needed to do it on the mic thing, so I turned that down there, and then... How are we going? Are we getting there? Are we any closer to learning art? Okay, that's good. You need to hear me? Alright, I'll talk louder. Ah! Oh. So, everyone got a something they can write with. Doesn't have to be fancy. I'm just going to teach you. You don't really have to, if you don't want to follow along. This part's a bit more about showing you what to do than do it. Ah! Emote mode disabled? What does that mean? What does any of this mean? Alright, we're going to learn how to art. So, light. Light. Can we read? Light. Alright, we're going to learn the basic parts of a light. Of a light? Hey Lenny Bug. This is the basic parts of a light. There we go. No. We're going to learn how light works on objects. Because the main thing about art is looking. Those are my notes. Alright, so since we got a light bulb here, we're going to use this as our light source. Light source. Light source. Alright, we're going to do a thing. Your light bulb is weird. That's alright. You don't have to. Didn't actually have to draw a light bulb. I was just being silly, and then. But it's light bulby. It's fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to find something to trace around. Something circular. We're going to look at all our things and find a circle. Now, you don't have to be technical with all your things. I'm just going to draw a circle. Here's my pencil. Now, if you don't have a pencil, this is going to be a little bit trickier, but you can do it with a non-pencil, so I'm going to show you that as well. So, I'm going to put that one over here. It has to be this side of the light, because that's where I'm going to remember to do everything. So this is for the pencil people, this is for the pen or digital people. So on digital, you should be able to make a circle. 7B is thick. Yeah, it's 7B. I couldn't find my 9B, but yeah, because that's what I was going to use because of this thing. Not a lot of people use 7Bs, so 2B is probably better, but I'm just using that to get for it to show up better on here. Alright, so people with pencils. We are going, well, anybody. You have a pen? Well, then you look up this one. So, shading, you have an apple? Well, then you'll have to, look, you have to, follow this tutorial over here. Okay, there's an apple. You have to eat your apple. Make sure you eat your apple, alright? And you don't even have an apple, you don't like apple. Why is there one little subscription thing token stuck at the top of my cup? Isn't that annoying? Oh gosh. Alright, so we're going to Alright, so the main parts of looking at light on an object, so you can pick up any object and look at what the light does to it. Check the screen. Yeah, just tilt the screen a little. Yep. So we've got the highlight. The shadow. The cast shadow. Change between capitals. Ah, that's annoying. and then we have reflected light. And there's a few other things that I'll get into, but they're the main parts of it. Alright, so when we draw an object, could be any object, doesn't have to be a circle, but it's the easiest way to explain it. We've got to pick a light source. So this is our light source. So the light's coming from this direction, which means our highlight will be over here. So when we're drawing an object, so any object, so I don't know, I keep on going back to this. See, my light source is over here. So this spot here would be the highlight. So that's where the light is hitting it the most. And then you can see here we've got the cast shadow, and then the reflected light there, and then the main shadow is a bit tricky to see on this object because it's see-through. But also the way that the light hits something is how we tell what material it's made of. So if we have like something metallic, the shine is much different to if it was, say, a non-metallic surface, or a matte surface is called. So the opposite of metallic is matte, which is funny because my boyfriend thinks, my husband thinks, I'm married now. I always forget that. It's cool. Alright, so our highlight will be coming from this way. So we can't really draw the highlight because it's white. So we have to draw everything else. So we can start with our, if we've got a pencil, we can use the side of it to shade in the shadow. Now, to do that properly, don't just get discouraged if mine looks better than yours as well, because I've been doing this a long time. So we just use the side of the pencil and we shade in a crescent moon shape on top of the here. On top of the here. On here we can do a crossways, and that will make it darker and it'll be easier. So this is our shadow. So this is us here. Not the cast shadow, just the normal shadow on your object. So there's a reason we leave a bit here, and this is where the light's coming from, so there's enough shadow showing on there. Am I metallic? No, not really. I like Metallica, I guess. But I'm not metallic. Unless I'm really shiny or wet. I guess if I was wet I'd be like close to metallic, but not quite. So, yeah. The metallic and wet is pretty got similar aspects, but because water is see-through, it's got a different kind of light. Also, don't ask questions, please. Oh, those kittens are being annoying tonight. So once we've got this crescent moon in here, we have successfully created shadow. Now you can already see that it's kind of looking more round than the circle. And for the people with a pen, we have to, because we can't do light and dark with like we can't change the pressure that we can with the pencil. My cat's still want attention, but it's Hyper's naturally giving them attention, and he's playing around with this, so. So, what we have to do with this is use a different kind of technique. There's 4 ways of, well, approximately 4 ways of doing pen shading. Now, they are hatching, which is just lines. There's cross hatching, which is usually used in conjunction with hatching, but it makes a slightly darker one. And with cross hatching, what you do is you keep layering on all the different directions before you get the desired color you want. Then you can go between the lines and then keep going until you've got a black piece of paper. So that's what you can do with that. There's scumbling, which is drawing like this to get the desired texture you want. Or there's stippling, which takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, but it's fun. Well, I find it fun. And then you can keep on building that up until you get what you want. And you can also, with any of these, you can make gradients and things, so you can go from light to dark this way. So if you're using a pen, you might likely have to use that. I'm going to use cross hatching because that's the easiest way to show what we want. We're going to hatch in some basic shape, basic shading, and then cross hatch to build it up a little bit. So I know it's not as nice and neat as this one, but if you're using a pen, it can be a good way to get texture and things like that. You could of course do that with the pencil if you want, it's fine. Yeah, you drew a Hollow Knight. No, I drew a Hollow Knight when it was released, just after it was released. It was Hyper knew one of the guys that developed it, so he was doing a special Hollow Knight stream. So I did a special Hollow Knight fan art stream. So yeah, so I'm just gonna, it's not perfect obviously. But that was done on purpose to make you seem like it doesn't have to be good. No. a bit all over the place tonight. So we've made shadow on both of them. Shadow. I don't know why I pointed there with that shadow. Erasers are your friend. Unless you're using fairnickles. So yeah, here's our shadow. Now, we're gonna do the cast shadow next. So, with an object, everything's going to be, if you have a light source, strong light source, you're gonna have a cast shadow. I have a cast shadow here. And so what we're going to do is, because our light source is coming from this direction, we have to think of an invisible line from the light source to the edge of this, which is called the terminator, but that's alright. You don't really need to know that. Yep. So we're going to do an invisible line to there, and this is going to be where our cast shadow goes. So we're gonna put a cast shadow here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna fade it out. So the further away it gets from the object, the less it's going to be. So when a cast shadow is close to the object, it's going to be really sharp, and then it'll disperse the further away it gets. So here it's going to be pretty sharp because it's really close. And then it's going to get lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And there we go. And now it's not circular because the light's coming from this direction. So if the light was more behind it, it would be more in this direction. But it's pretty much in front of it, but coming from that direction. So it's going to be long, and it's going to be coming from that way. So there we go. We got that. Now for this one, I'm just going to put in wheel hatching, and then the further it gets away, the hatches are going to be further apart. And fill in that so it's a bit more black right underneath the object. So yeah. So that's the cast shadow. Also, another thing about shadows is where there's no light, So the next step is reflected light. So where there's no reflected light, there's going to be a lot darker shadow. So like, say in between your elbows and your elbows. Yeah. And your elbows like this, there's no light going in, so it's a lot darker. So it's a bit hard to figure out at the moment, but yeah, so with reflected light, what we think about is instead of this light, it's the light that's bouncing off of this back onto the object. So it's bouncing from here, bouncing from there, bouncing from everywhere. So it's a softer light than the highlight because it's a secondary light. You tuck a Charlie out. He does that quickly with the red dot. So yeah. So this is basically going to be a lot lighter than the shadow because it's not shadow, it's secondary light. We should actually like shade in the bit up here because this would be the color of the actual object up here. But the reflected light would be a mix of the color of the object and the color of the background and whatever the light's bouncing off of. So say if we owned a pen or something that's not the same color as what we were using. Currently we have a brown one. So if this was brown down here, this would be brown as well. You don't have to add this, you're just trying to figure it out in my head. So that would be a mix of the main color and the background color. And that's how reflected light works. So when there is no room for the reflected light, that's when it gets really dark. And that's called occlusion. People who game might recognize occlusion. Bye bye! See you later, Blennybug. I'll hopefully get a version of this up on YouTube so you can watch it later if you need to. If you ever wonder how to look at light nervously. Yeah. So because we've also filled in this area, which is the object color, we can now easier see the spotlight or the highlight that's coming in. So that's cool. So here we're going to make sure that's a bit different to the rest. Probably should have like just set a bit. I'm gonna make this darker so that doesn't look like it's blending in. Shadowy bit. Keep going in different directions until you've built it up as you want. And yeah. And now we've got the reflected light, we've got the cast shadow, we've got the main colour, no, the shadow colour, now we need the main colour. So this is just the nose. Blend it a little bit so you can see the difference between the highlight part and the non-highlighted part. Make sure you ask questions because I don't know if I'm explaining this any good. So yeah. So that's basic light. If you look at any object, you can pretty much see these parts of object. I'm trying to find some good objects that I'm thinking about. I got a bounce. So it's a bit tricky because the light's at a different angle. But here we have the highlight, we have the shadowish, and we have a little bit of reflected light on this edge. A bit tricky because I've got a secondary light source. But we've got the cast shadow and we've got all the pieces. How do you do the same thing on tablet? You follow this one. Or you just be lazy and you find the radial gradient and put that on there. So if you have a radial gradient, you make sure you set color for a highlight, a color for what you want the object to be, a color for the shadow, and then your color for the radiant, the reflected light. And then you put that, maybe make a mask or a clipping mask, and then you have to put the shadow on by hand. I'm pretty sure there's shadow things for it. It's making sense? Yeah. I wanted to be an art teacher, but I have some health difficulties, so I can't do that. So I do want to teach, but not. Was I going off screen that whole time? Probably. Alright. So yeah. So if you make a clipping mask, or you use your marching ants to make a circle, and then you make a radial, you pull it out from the center and do that. Awesome. Yeah, I learned this in we live in Adelaide, and there's this like prestigious school for arts called Central School of Arts here, and I wanted to go so badly. But our teacher in art drawing, life drawing, actually won a competition to get one of the best teachers at Central School of Arts to teach her class, and I was in that class, and he taught me this, and for years and years I had no idea about reflected light. And are they still there? Still complaining. Yeah, art is my life. Good at the explanations, not at the talking to people about the explanations. So yeah, so Rob Gutteridge is his name. He taught me this, and what I learned in those 4 lessons that we got with him was just outrageously wonderful. Like, I'd never learned things like that before. I was at that stage where oh, I know all this stuff about art. There can't be much more that I don't know about it. And then yeah, he came along and I started learning again, and it was just definitely sparked my joy for this stuff, and finding out about reflected light. It was great. Alright, so do we think we all have what we need to know about light? I guess what we could do as well is apply this to other shapes. So, let's see. So if we have different things, we can have, it's a little bit easier with boxes. So if you have I guess I should teach you how to draw a box first. If you want to draw a box, you just draw 3 straight lines. You go at an angle, you draw 3 more straight lines, then you go at the other angle and draw 3 more straight lines. Easy. Easy, huh? Actually, that one turned out more boxy than that one did. So, then you clean it up, because we're not up to perspective yet. It's just the cube. If you guys want to learn anything, let me know. I can make up a note plan and do things for you. I was thinking I could do a paint and color theory and mix up paints in front of you and let you all guess what color they're going to turn into. And a perspective one. Learn faces that don't look potato. That's easy as milk. I don't know. It's easy as something. I should just stop drinking fizzy drinks while I'm trying to talk. Your box is stupid? I bet it's still a box. I bet he wants to be loved. What if he wants to be loved? Midnight, love me. Alright, so we're going to do the same principle. If our light source is coming from our light source, this top one will be the lightest of all. It's a lot easier than the circle because you don't have to change the shading in between it. So the top will be thing. My shading looks a lot worse in real life than it does on the camera, so that's great. This one will be middle shade. So it'll be middle kind of shading. And then this one, because it's right at the end, this little potato, you're a face drawer. Yeah, faces are fun. So I might put that for next week. Colour Theory and Faces. Colour Theory and Faces. Want to learn how to say face theory and colours? Alright, so this one, because it's right in the back and there's no shadow hitting it, it will be the darkest. A bit harder to put. It'll still have like things like reflected light, but it'll be like subtle and it'll be more like a gradient here. And then we follow the same rule with the cast shadow, and we make sure it goes up that way, and then make a harsh and feather out. You don't have to be exact to do art. Art is a subjective thing, mainly. So you don't actually have to make every line perfect. There we go. This will be a bit darker because it looks the same colour on the webcam as the front. There we go. So we got a nice little cast shadow. And it's coming out there. Cool. There we go. So we've got a masterpiece of paper now. Yay!
Just keep drinking.
Now, this next part, I didn't really organise it too bit. You can never do shadow? Why not? Anybody can do shadow. You just gotta figure out where it is. You don't have to do a gradient if you don't want. You can just block out a perspective version of the thing and just do it. Just colour it in. I'm not good at rendering like in one colour usually, so make sure you use the side of your pencil because it's easier to get a black colour out of that than it is been trying to get a black colour out of the tip of the pencil. Yeah. Now I show you how? There you go. Alright, just stop playing with our boxes. There you go. Cool. So we got that and that. Are we ready to draw some creatures? Are we ready to draw some creatures? Ooh. I was expecting that to go to the page. Got 14 pages out just so in case I forgot this, and it didn't. That's pretty cool. I don't know any of this music, so I'm just gonna pretend that I do. Creatures will take the rest of the stream. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, we're gonna do Creature creation. Now the prompt from Hyperstrike was semi-realistic mythical creatures. Ow. Trying to poke my hand out. So, there is a website. If you look up, or if you can use your computer at the moment, and you search animal random generator, what? Now, if you go there, you should get 2 random animals for yourself. And because this is a learning opportunity, I'm going to let you click as many times as you want until you get a good couple of animals. So, ooh, that'd be interesting. I got panda and chameleon. Pandemelion. There we go. We got a shout from the other room. So we'll probably do a pandemelion. I was going to do a bear crocodile, but I think a pandemelion would be good. Hickory and wolf. I don't even know what a hickory is. You want to do a cat? So pick at least 2. You can pick more than 2, but 2 would be pretty good to start with. Place for the cat. I'm not gonna pick 2 cats. Cat hamster? Looks like a hog thing. Okay. Well, that looks like a wombat. Alright, so I'm gonna do panda and chameleon. Chameleon.
Looking at it and it can't even do it.
Orangutan. Cougar rhino, that sounds cool. So, rule number 1, you can always look up references. Rule number 2, almost everything is a combination of 2 or more other things. So, if you think of mythical creatures, you've got things like a mermaid, which is half human, half fish. You've got harpies, which are human birds. You've got, keep on thinking of human ones, sphinxes, which is human lions. You've got, trying to think something that doesn't have humans in it, other than a chimera. Because a chimera is just a bunch of creatures just smashed together. Centaur, that's human. It's a horse. So yeah, so most things are made up of 2 things already. What we've got to figure out is what we want our creature for. Because if it's for a comic or something, it might be different from if you want it for a game or something. Because if you want a boss, then it'd have to be big and gnarly and... Hey Pink Spider, how are you? I've got the dark theme, so I can't see any of your spider's legs if they have legs. Or it's just the way it's called. That's cool. Don't mind me. Alright, so if we want it to be a big hulking thing or just want to design something, so I think mine's just going to be a little thing. And then you got to figure out which pieces you want for which parts. Because I could do a panda-sized chameleon or a chameleon-sized panda. I think I want to do a chameleon-sized panda thing, because that would be so cute. Now, you can look up other pictures if you want, but I'm just gonna like see what I know about pandas and chameleons and try and remember. Alright, so I'm gonna use pen for this because it's cheating. What we have to do is, once we've decided what parts we want each, so I might do the size of chameleon and the body of a panda, and I want to put the tail of the chameleon and the colours of the panda. I don't have to get any other colours out. A chameleon sized panda, yeah, definitely. That'd be so cute. Then we want the eyes of a chameleon, but the ears of a panda. Right, so it's going to be tiny. So it'll probably be on a stick. So we'll get a pencil out just to map out what I want, because that's how I work. So I think you'll be on a little stick. This name's on a stick. And then we have to map out the kind of how we want it to sit. Now, we're not really working on poses today, so it'll just be just simple kind of things. We're going to break it down into shapes. So here's kind of the body of a panda shape. Now we didn't decide on hands, but it needs to grip onto this. Needs a way to grip onto the branch. That's what it's called. So when you're thinking about your creation, which I'm pushing up again, you got to think about practical. Like, not everything has to be practical, but if it's going to be sitting the size of a chameleon that sits on a branch, then you're probably going to give it legs that's going to be able to sit on a branch. So things like that will make your creation a lot easier and better to understand for everyone. So I'm going to use the tail as a counterweight, because he's going to be fairly top heavy, so I'm going to put his tail down here. So I'm just going to block in a spiral and put it like that. There we go. Now he's looking fairly chameleon-y so far, so I'm going to probably give him some panda paws. Which make him gonna look a little bit cuter. I'm just gonna put like little sausages. Little sausages. I just break things up into little shapes that we already know. So sausages. We got this. His head's gonna be like a, what's it called? Trapezoid. That's gonna be over there, wider at the bottom than it is at the top, but fairly squarish. That's to mimic the panda. Sausage, yes, Kossig. Now we gotta have panda ears, so we're gonna have circles for ears. Now we have chameleon eyes, so they have to be more on the side of his head and bulging out. Ooh. Lordy, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. We got the eyes, poking around with these circly eyes. I'll put his nose on like a panda. Panda noses are cute. Now, chameleons, what tongues do they have? I can't remember. We were just gonna give him a face. Those triangles, just circles, just different things. The best sheep on Twitch. Aw, thank you. So welcome to our Pandemelion, or Pandemelion, Pandemelion. Anyway. So we've got the sides, we've got the tail, we've got the eyes, we've got the body, we've got the ears, we need the colours. So we're going to wait until afterwards to do colours. So we're going to take this and we're going to outline all the different bits. Now if you're just using one or the other, you don't have to do this step. But if you're doing both, you can if you want. Outline all the bits that we did. You don't have to draw every line that you drew in, because most of them are guidelines for me. If not, then you didn't have to worry about it. Put your toes in. There we go. Toe. Toe. Wonky toe. Branch. Oops, whatever his toe. Fine. Fine, he didn't need that toe. Whoop, he might have needed that toe. And there we go. Hey little laddie. Hope you're feeling better. Because I didn't say that already. Yeah. So I'm just gonna color in it. Don't need any fancy shading if you don't want. You can do. Now that we've learned shading, you can shade it. And also because you gotta think of textures as well. Because the chameleon's a reptile. You got an upgrade? Music is dope! Cool. Now, with the... yeah. I got confused for a second. The panda is furry. So he would have like a... he can have a furry texture. So you just make little hairs on him. I'm gonna make his arms. Relax. So he's furry, he has little furry bits. Don't have to do his eyes yet. Unless you know how to do it. Figure that out later. That color. Looking at this claws. Little tiny claws. Jack Rhino. Alright, so for the bottom part, you could do little scaly bits. So you can just like draw a few little squares. Making a little, his tail look a bit more reptile-y. There's heaps of ways you can do little texture-y bits. But I'm just going to do this for now. So depending on your your creatures. So if he's furry, you can just put a little fur on him. If he's shiny, you can make him shine. I'm just trying to think what rhinos would be. They would be like really matte and have little, not quite scales. Well, I guess if you have a fish you can do scales, but so if you want to do scales, just do a bunch of views. Lots of views. You don't have to do the texture everywhere, so if you've got like a mermaid or a tail, of a fish. You just put a few U's here, U here, couple U's here, and then you've got suggested texture. So you don't have to draw every single scale. It's pretty cool. Doesn't look like Charlie? Oh, yum. Cool. So what textures do we have on our... what you guys got? What textures have you got? I can help you out if you need it. Piper, what ones did you get? Which animals did you get? Cat hamster. Cat hamster. He wasn't around with that? Well, if you go up in the chat, there's a random list. Only a sketch here for a cougar rhino. Oh, that's cool. Cougar is a cat, and a rhino is a water animal. So we have the chipmunk lemur. Oh, you gotta. That's a very tail heavy one. You can make a big bushy light tail, like big chipmunk tail, but then make it striky. Lurk, lurk. No worries. Thank you. So I'm making big and furry. No. That hamster would be very furry. It does look just like fire. It looks like fire. Now, I'm gonna do, when I color this in, because I want stripes, I'm gonna go with the same texture. And the stripes would be fur. I'm gonna make it furry texture, so very long and stripy. Armored body look, cat paws, rhino horns and ears, cat tail. That sounds awesome. And they both got, like, I guess, cougars got short tail, and they don't have very much variation in their fur, I guess. And neither does a rhino, so it could be a good work. How do I do faces? Faces for the animals? Or real faces? It's with the animal faces, you can stylize it a lot. So you got a cat hamster, which is very cute. You would do, so for a cat, you do like, I'd do like a trapezoid like I did with this one. And then, because hamsters have largish eyes, I'd make circles like this. And then little nose. And then if you want cat ears, you could do one thing, but hamsters got little round ears. So kind of cute for a hamster. There we go. They don't really have, you can do mouths if you want, but you can just round it up if you want. Give them big cheeks like hamsters do. There you go. For humans? For humans, that'll have to be a different day, unless I do a creature with a human on it. Just basic eyes. There we go. Easy eyes. You just do a circle and then put eye shines in it, make other circles, and then we've got eyeballs. There's a cute hamster. And you can give him a cat body. Oop. Cat body. A fat cat body.
Never lies, he sells to her. The truth and fear swells in her, kills me.
Don't know why you're standing on this.
Resistance our house for now. We'll leave as soon as we know how. You
It's a very confusing playlist.
and even if it's not easy,
It's a cat. Campster. Campster. It's a campster.
should be finding comfort in my food smell. But it's straight on drives me back to
I've been drinking Sunkiss. What more do you want?
city of regrets.
Campster.
The moment my heart breaks at the heart of a mistake.
Who turned on hydration button?
And this form that it now takes is a little girl.
Yeah, if you want to erase your lines, you can. What I do is I buy a bunch of blue tack from no one. Stop looking at you. I didn't say anything. But it magically came up what I was talking about. So I just buy blue tack from the shop and then I use that as an eraser. A lot of people will think that it's like, I don't know, it might leave residue. It doesn't. It's cheaper and it's more readily available and it's 10 times better than buying kneaded erasers from the shop. So it's perfectly good. Wipe out all your working outs if you want.
Standing here at the edge of the world and his tone is so reassured, and though I should not,
These cats are giving hyperstrike. Bad time tonight.
one more day with a glimmer of hope in this mess full of spirits.
Usually when he's streaming they come and sleep wherever I'm sitting. Get some more soon. I feel like drawing. I know what I feel like drawing. I just wanna teach you stuff. I guess if you guys wanted to learn how to draw a face, I could do that. Y'all wanna learn how to draw faces? Sensei's more messy. If you need it a little bit, then I'm using it. I like teaching. I'm just a bit nervous at the moment. So we could do another creature, or you can watch me draw another creature, or we can draw faces. What do you want? Tell me what you want. Draw a face? Draw a teddy bear with fur? Draw you with IRL? Womby womby. Yeah. Actually, there's a YouTuber that I learned this technique off of called Caitlin McRae on YouTube. So if you want to watch her, because she did, I don't know if she still does it, but she did a whole bunch of challenges using this technique with this that's the page that she uses. So it's very cool. We could do a 3-1. Alright, so a teddy bear body with Hyperstrike's face on it. We could do that. Once we figure out remember what he looks like.
I only see him every day.
Alright. Sorry, my cat's just getting a bit shut. Dull at the moment. could use my handy dandy beautiful pencil sharpener. $53 pencil sharpener. I just like showing it off. It's beautiful. I love it. Alright, we're gonna draw a face. We're gonna start with a circle. And freehand it because I'm an artist. You don't have to. We're gonna do the bucket and balls technique. There's the ball. There's the bucket. It's a very useful technique for manga, because that's how I learnt drawing manga stuff. He's got a round chin. And we read out our working outlines because I always forget to do that. Now the bottom of this is going to be round about where we put the nose. There's a nose. If I ever did see one. Usually if I'm drawing like this I have a what's it called? A slate kind of thing. Because looking at it this way it's elongated to me. So I'd have to put it directly in parallel to my face to not make it elongated, but I can see in the monitor, so it's a bit wonky here, you can tell. It looks fine from where I'm sitting, but excuse me, and then draw on a flat surface like that.
Thick neck bra.
Now, I don't know what his ears look like because he's been wearing headphones for years. I don't think he has ears anymore. They're just headphones. But if you were doing ears, there'd be a strap there to there. Usually we put ears on it, not headphones, but it's fine. Because this is abstract, you have to have headphones on. Now we're going to do some eyes next. So we're going to do, should be a lot of, should be telling you all the different bits. So I guess the what are they called? Eyebrows? You draw like it's simple for it's hard, but it's hard. Well, this is the thing, I've been drawing so long, I can't remember how long. In high school, I started drawing seriously, but I've always been drawing. So yeah, it's very different for me. So I'm gonna, I think you'll gain over time. It's practice, as I said. It's learning all these things so that you can apply them later and have them in your head. And one day you'll not even have to remember all these tips and things because they'll just be a normal thing for you. So, the nose, eyebrows. I'm going to connect them, just because that's going to be the guideline that I'm going to think of, even though this would, the nose bridge would go in here. When you're drawing the nose, you think of invisible, there's a thing, and then there's two balls at the side. So I'm just going to draw all these on. Let's see if I can get any closer. You can actually see what I'm doing. So there's a ball, there's a ball, there's a ball. And then there's this bridge. And when you're doing cartoon things and drawing these, not all of that has to be shown. You can just draw the outside of the nose, the nostrils, the other outside of the nose, and people will know it's a nose because of where it is and all that. You don't have to be exact to draw this. Now I'm going to draw some eyes in. These are going to be fairly kind of realistic, but not really. It's going to be like an almond shape, so you go up, or I guess a little parallelogram. So you go fairly straight, fairly straight, fairly straight, fairly straight. And then do the same on the other side. So the things I'm thinking of is you're supposed to have about an eye width in between the eyes. That'll help you even it out a bit more. Yeah, I'm used to drawing female faces so that the eyes are seem wider and have eyeliner and all that on it. Drawing a male is a bit trickier because they don't have all that and they're supposed to be like a little bit more smaller and serious looking. So it's a bit tricky, but anyways. Now when you draw the iris in, you gotta remember, unless you're drawing scared people, it's covered by part of the eyelids. So the only time you wouldn't draw it is if you're drawing people like that. And if you draw that like that, then they're gonna look terrified. So you need to make sure you cover most of, about half. Make sure they can still see out. So this is a horrible drawing, but it's just to show, I guess. There's nothing like half of it. So the iris will depend on what you're doing and what the person's doing and what time of day and whether they're drugged or not. So I just draw a circle and then just draw another circle in the circle to get the eye shine. So I'll do it again, get the circle, and then cut a bit out of it in another circle, and then hello then. I guess it'll be about 2/3 of the width of the entire thing, but again it just depends on what you're doing. Yeah, it's another. All of these could be lessons in themselves. So we've got eyes, approximately eyes. If you draw them at the same time, and like some people can sit there and draw one eye to perfection, and then the other eye to perfection, and a lot of the time they don't match. But a lot of people can make that happen, but I'm not one of those people. I'm a person who has to do all the steps of planning out, and then all of the steps of the next thing, and then everything else. So we're going to, that's pretty much it for the eyes. They do have a little tear duct in here that I like to put in. Makes it a little bit more realistic, even though a lot of cartoons have that as well sometimes. I'm going to move on to the lips. Now, about halfway in between there and the chin, we're going to put a little mark. This is going to be where the mouth is. So, a bit hard to, hard to explain, but what I like to do is do a little bit of a tiny little smile, and then do 2 curvy lines off of that.
Damn it, not again.
And then make sure that lines up with the middle of the pupil. Ish. I guess if they're not looking straight, then that would be harder. But, and then I just draw that line so it's a little bit more comprehensive. So it's like one curvy line instead of 3 lines, long lines. This is helpful when you're drawing it really tiny, because I don't usually draw this big. So yeah, so if you're drawing a little tiny version, tiny version, you do the same thing. Now this isn't looking anything like Matt, but it's still a face. And then if it's a man, you just draw a little line to the bottom lip. So, the females you can draw the whole thing, but the males you can just get away with drawing one line. This is where the bottom of the lip would be. So the shadow that goes from the lip downwards to the chin, that's basically what it's showing you there. So you've pretty much got a face. So you can probably get rid of all of these lines. And then we still have a face. We still have a face! Yay! Face! Now to make it look more like Hyperstrike, or like whoever you're drawing. Great photo. Great height, but I don't have you. You gotta figure out what makes that person look like that person. Now Hyper is got very prominent hair, so I'm going to make sure we go up a little bit, and we're going to put it in his hair. So he's got a deep widow peak, and then he's got lots of straight, spiky hair. Just a big tuft of fur. Go. And the rest is hidden behind his headset. But it's kind of hairy. It's kind of Hyper. Probably got a rounded jaw. Put his Team OCA shirt on him, but it's going to be a teddy bear. So I'm going to rub out this bit. We don't need that anymore. As I get more things. Now also what's the best thing about this is before we use Sharpie to outline, we can just roll over this and it would lighten it up a little bit, so it's not so harsh when we're going over it with our lines. So we can lighten it and then do inking, which is what this is called. Usually you would do this with a fine liner, with a inner thing. I've been using these lately. They're called Rude pens. I didn't know. It's like a hard brush, but it's tricky to explain. So I'm just going to use the Sharpie and I'm going to over all my lines. You don't have to go through over all of them. What happens a lot in manga and anime. They don't have all of their all the lines shown. Now he's looking angry.
He's looking angry.
Only because his eyebrows are more prominent at the moment. We can curve lines that we didn't curve in the other section, and perfect lines that we wanted to do before. That's the joy of inking. It takes a lot of time to practice inking, and it's not something I've dedicated a lot of time to, but I've been definitely trying it since about Christmas. I've been working at it a bit more. You can also put a little line here to show the top lip. And you don't want to make it too girly, because if you outlined the entire lips, that would make it look a lot girlier, because full lips are girly nowadays, I guess. depends on your person. If they have full lips, then that could be one of the things that makes the portrait look a bit more like them. So we're going to outline it and get the hair texture in. Make sure it's really pointy because you can take an eye out with Matt's hair. Get the headset in, just basic headset. Didn't put any details in it because you can tell it's a headset. You have made people bleed. It's got a really round face. So he's looking a little bit Asian, but I can't help that at the moment because I'm not the greatest at making people look like people. But I can still draw a face, which is cool. And then we have that. And there we go. And that is how you draw a hyperstrike. Which we're coming up, because I'm pretty sure he's going to do a hyperstrike fan art competition. Now, also what you can do from here is if you're not going to pick anime hyper, yeah, you can, if you want to colour this in, you can colour it in with all different types of things. Just make sure the pen you use to outline is compatible. From this stage you can scan it in and it'll be a lot easier to clean up as well, because pencils are famously hard to clean up online, but once you get this stage, my favourite thing to do to draw on paper and then scan it in and then play it around. Best face you've done? Awesome! So from here you can do shading, so I like to put some shading on the bottom of the nose. When you block shading like this, it's probably called cell shading, like in Fortress 2. So you just pick areas. It's a bit hard to tell which areas, but it's it'll give your thing dimension if you just shade a few areas. So shade in that bit of the eye, because if we do the shading, if the light source is coming from above, it will have shading there. There will be a bit of shading under here, but I don't really want it. But if we shade that too much, it'll look older. So I'm just going to keep the shading basic. We're going to shade under the chin, which is one of my favourite places to shade. Easy. This part is a cast shadow. And this part is just a shadow, but this is a cast shadow because the chin's making it. Because this part the light can't get to, but this is where the chin's actually shining up down off of it. So you can shade a little bit down here. I like to outline the parts where I'm shading because it makes an extra dimension, looks a bit more anime-like. There we go. So just a little bit of shading, don't need too much, and it'll make it look a bit more dimensional than 3D. Usually you figure out shading coming from one side, but this is from the top for some reason, I don't know why. So both sides are pretty much the same. Let's shade the hair a little bit because it's darker colours than everything else. If I was using like markers to colour this in, I wouldn't be able to use alcohol-based markers because my Sharpie is alcohol-based. So you've got to kind of know what is each material. So if I outline in Sharpie, I can't colour it in Sharpie. So if it's a different colour, you can use black all you want. Sounds good. You don't have to show people if you don't like, but it would be nice to see all your arts. You can tag me on Twitter, which would be awesome. Alright, so we didn't give him a bare body. So, we should give him that. Usually you do everything at the same time, but I wanted to wait. Because I don't know how I'm going to do this. Whether I'm going to give him a full bare body, like a bare onesie kind of thing, or a tiny bear body. That would be good too. What do you guys think? Make him like a little tiny body. Little tiny body. A onesie? Or we could do the body. We could do a shirt that looks like this. It definitely sounds like a zombie killing game soundtrack. Teeny tiny? We could do both. We could do both. Legs. The feet. And then circle. You don't have to do it. See what it looks like. Pretend that it's a shirt already. Bundle up some fabric and just shove that in there, and that's how you make the hood.
When I get in my car and drive, there ain't nobody left alive. When I get in my car and drive,
Fabric's a bit hard to get used to, but you'll get there. He drew some art too. Ooh. What? Cute. Alright, so there we go. We got high heels there, on a shirt, on a onesie. Easy. Easy, mate. There if it doesn't have full pad. I guess it can because I've made some bears without full pad. I think we're gonna have to figure out more to do. I thought the character creation would fill up my entire stream. I've still got half an hour to go. Oh no! Now we've got some foreshortening here. There's another tricky thing to figure out. So make noises while you do it. Helps you make straight lines. That just looks like a cake. That's bad. Oh, you did art for your carpet? That's cool. Alright. So we can do some shading on this as well. So we don't have the bear a bit darker than everything else. Wanted it to look at itself. Oh no! It's chocolate. Thank you. I don't mind if I do. Fridge chocolate. Because eating is a great thing to do while you're speaking. Don't mind me. I don't usually eat on stream, but life is short. The king of timing. Used to love them. Alright. Used to love modding Sims. Just to make sure it all had my music and everything. And we took photos of each other and tried to implement that back in the old days when I had horrible Sims. I think it was Sims 2. I had to try and implement the pictures into the character creation. It just looked so bad. Nothing like it. Didn't look like anything else. And you had to take a deadpan face on picture with good lighting, and that wasn't a good, easy thing. Now it smells of the love in my hand. Yeah, but such a pretty box. Another thing that you can do is you draw everything all the same color, and then you can erase parts of it. Now online, the other day, I bought this. It's not a vibrator. It's a mechanical eraser. It's so cool. It's my newest toy. So I've been playing with that recently. And it costs like $5 from China. Pretty fun. And I drew a picture with it. I'll show you a picture. Ta-da! I'm proud of it. I don't usually do realism, but it's pretty dang cool. Took me a whole day. I like it. Don't you say wow, I've showed you already. But so yeah, that's cool. So I made sure I put the date on there so I can try again in a few years, make it better. We had a lot more eyelashes than that, but I couldn't be bothered putting them all in because it looked a bit weird. And I've got chocolate everywhere, and I've got a chocolate on my arm, and such a pain. Sticky fingers. This other screen wipes. I should have baby wipes in my art Thank you, Midnight Pearl. So cool. Love hearts. Knock it off. Yay! Ah! Yeah, you knocked the thing into the pot. That's cool. Now, another tip I'm going to give you is all these little bits that come off with your eraser. What you can do is get a clean paintbrush and push them off. This will stop you smudging all your work. And get all the chocolate off. Why do I got chocolate? Chocolate's everywhere now. Wash your brushes? Nah. You wash your brushes. There you go. I'll clean. I'll clean. Chocolate everywhere, but I'll clean. So I'm just gonna do him a little bit more shading. And while we figure out what to do. Oh, worries. What do you guys want to do? Since we've got half hour left. To do more things. I wasn't expecting to be done this quick, but I forgot that I draw faster than normal. I could draw another random animal creation if you want. You don't have to draw along if you don't want. You could watch me. You could watch me. Thanks, Backroad. I didn't think they heard me. Anything you want to know, Hopper? I'm cold all day and I always get warm when I stream. You could just sit here and watch me eat chocolate and drink. How to do mirror eyes in digital form through saliva or dripping. So, usual form. Draw our two butt heads. I've drawn those enough. What are you talking about? Oh, two drop heads. We got three butt heads. I have three butt heads. Okay, so I will put down eyes and stuff and digital things. I'll make a thing for that maybe next week. And a random piece of paper. Eyes and saliva. And that would be with saliva, that would be similar to drawing water. So that one's got a whole other rule set. It's like how we learned all the light parts earlier, but it's got a different rule set because you can see through. So it's got different. It's got more highlighting areas and things like that. Sweet. yeah, I'll definitely, if I do wet and saliva, I'll have to look it up a little bit, so I'll do that one next week. The way because I've got all this set up already, I might as well do all the cats. Pains in the butt. And I'll do that next week. And make y'all join me next week. Next week on Dragon Ball Z. So we're going to have a floor. Even though I don't always do a floor, it's best to put your cats on something, because you don't want the cats to fall through. Now Charlie is annoying and bigger. I can hear him at the moment. Cool. Digital techniques? Yeah. I'll definitely do that next week. I'll make sure it's digital. Bam! I just figured because I usually do digital, it would be nice to do a one where everyone could follow along if they didn't have a tablet and everything, so next week I'll do digital. So Charlie, what he is, I'm going to just do a simple sitting cat. Use that weasel and stuff. Ears. And if the ears look similar. Half pink nose and half black nose. Just to remember which half is which. This one is this patch here. Oh, thank you very much, Digital Kitty. Make sure you'll come next week. So we'll figure out all the digital stuff from there. Yeah, I figured you could follow along on PC if you needed to. So we're gonna do. Yeah. He's got a chin. Chin's black. Yeah. Shade in as we're going, because I don't remember which parts are which. But I'll forget what my cat looks like in 3 minutes. And he's got big eyes. Big douche. He's gonna be looking off to the side because he's like, I wasn't doing anything, Mama. I swear. I wasn't eating your love. You have no proof. Da, 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 da. That's what it sounds like. Figuring cats don't have irises as small as humans do. A little bit. Tuxedo goes like now I'm getting all my cats tattooed on my arm. So I'm still trying to figure out what I am going through. I've been drawing them a lot lately, so I should know what they look like by now. There we go. Evil eyes. We call him just Charlie the Destroyer of Worlds for reason, so he displays these qualities quite effectively. Fluff in his fur. He's got fluff in his fur. Don't you hate it when you get fluff in your fur? Long neck, strong shoulders. Big butt. Long neck, strong shoulders, and a paw. The coolest thing about Charlie is that he's got a gauntlet. Yeah, that's so cool. He's so metal. Yep. The other floor over here. That way. It's the same way, so it's slightly turned that way. And clean up some of the area. Go. Mainly all white on the front. Yeah, he's got some black bits back here. And he has the world's longest cattail. We're gonna put that here. It's ridiculous. Yeah, this is Charlie. I can tell by the arsehole eyes. It's Charlie. He's a tuxedo. He's a butt at the same time. Long tail in. Longest tail. Like everyone who sees him is like shocked how the longest tail is. Like I can reach his tail when I'm standing up straight, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. One of his ears is half black and half pink. Don't know which one it is. I don't think you can see that from the back. So just gonna fill in all those black ears. Back legs, I'm pretty sure they're black. And black legs. It's not black legs. I'm gonna make that a little bit darker so you can see the difference between my front leg and the back leg. This is an artistic thing. And just hiding in there somewhere. Usually the back legs and the front legs wouldn't be on the same plane, but from this view this is our horizon line, so this is where our eyes would be. You can never draw on paper, but you can draw on tablet. PC or tablet? Yeah, that's natural. A lot of people like one thing or another, and that's why people try out different things. Different things are natural to people. So either way, it's all good. Because I find it easier to draw on paper, but I adapted to tablet really quickly, so I've been drawing on that pretty easily, so it's really good. Allie, come here. Yeah. Where'd you go, you? What? Oh, he's annoyed at me. She usually comes to me. She usually loves me. Nope. That's Charlie. Probably get him a lot better, but he couldn't be bothered at the moment. Because he's a butt. He doesn't deserve to be called better. Gives the cat to Willow. My sweet baby. Now we draw Willow. We should draw her like a little sitting down. Like a little loaf. A lot smaller. Not smaller than Charlie. Doesn't have a lot of detail on her because she's like dark gray. So she's hard to define what her features are. Get a nose in there. Yeah, it didn't have to be exact. Been on PC for 4 years. Yeah. Well, they have different rules. It's like if you got a acrylic painter and told them to try watercolor. It's a completely different set of roles. So it's not very unusual that you draw better on tablet if you're used to it. It is. It's completely different. And she's got a smile because she's a cutie. She's such a cutie. She's my baby girl. Like the first cat that actually likes me. And she's got big eyes. She always wants to see what the world's doing. She's so cute. She brings me chopsticks. She's gorgeous. She's the sweetest heart in all of the land. She's got big white eyes. Big and cute. That's how you make cute animals. You give them gigantic eyes. Or really tiny eyes. That's weird like that. If you want something to be cute, either give it huge eyes or tiny eyes. There you go. You got big shiny eyes. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Don't give up. So easy with pen and paper. You can just take a pen and paper everywhere with you, and then whenever you feel like it, or you're bored, or you're on the phone, or doodling, or anything, well, you can draw while you're doodling. Good job. But yeah, you can do that. You can do the drawing any way you want. She's gonna be like in a sphinx pose. She's gonna have shoulder, paws. She's a little baby, my little baby. Like they're gigantic paws, but you get the gist. It's fine. And not all pictures have to be perfect, and not everything has to be going well. And the first try, you don't have to draw everything good. What this stage is for. Sketching. Fluff in the fluffles. What's that called? The ruffle. The fluffle. Look at the fluffle. The chesticles. And then she's got a tail down this way. They don't look like brother and sister at all, but they are. And she loves her big brother, but her big brother is so mean to her. That's why she's looking at him. And I love you. Please don't hurt me. Here's the bow. She's so cute. That's how cute she is. She has an organic bow just making on her head. No worries, Midnight. I hope you join me for more. That'd be great. She's so fun. I like teaching anyway. If you like learning, you've come to the right place. If you can understand me half the time. My words don't come out right. The pain. I'm putting a little bow tie on him. He's got a tuxedo on. He needs a bow tie. He's a pain in the butt. What I did once was we brought a little ceramic, these two ceramic cats, and I painted them like Charlie and Renault. It was fun. They were like cuddling, and it was, oh, why can't my cats do that? So I brought them and made them do that. But she's completely grown. So here's there. Go over her in gray. There you go. Lure one into here at least. Maybe in a minute. Maybe I'll get to learning. Also, if you're drawing on paper like this with a pencil, it helps to put just a blank piece of paper under your hand, otherwise you get tiny gray on your hand. I always forget that. I forget that step. Not the greatest, but you know. You can copy houses. Yeah. Awesome. You can practice over the week and come up with new characters and find more animals to copy and make sure you break them down into simple shapes and look at light on things and all the good things. No worries, I hope you do. That was what, look. So cool. Okay. Charlie looks accurate. Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Willow's arm. This is the fluff ball usually. It does look like a big bag. Don't look at me videos. Don't look at me videos. What? What? I don't know. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap it up there. I'm going to do a digital eyes and wet stream next week, I guess. Buta one. I can see Willow, but she doesn't want to come out because Charlie's been attacking her all night. Well, I hope you had fun. I hope you'll join me next week. I hope I figure out how to talk between now and then. Do you like my head thing? It's eyeballs. It makes me laugh. No worries, digital kitty. Who am I gonna raid? I don't know anyone other than Cinnabay and Standalone. Awesome. Cool. We'll definitely figure out more things to teach. That'll be cool. Tearful? I guess so. I haven't looked at Tearful. Tearful? Where are you before? I don't think I'm even following Tearful. Oh, Zoomies is on. I would definitely like to do 2 Zoomies. I'm trying to figure out where I am. I'm gonna do Zoomies. So cute. He's playing Satisfactory. I haven't seen that yet, even though Jacksepticeye's been doing a thing on it. So we're gonna remember which slash to do one day. Alright, we're gonna raid. Do I think? 1981. Stop pressing buttons. 82. Double check that too. Yep. Okay, cool. We're gonna go there. Thank you everybody for joining me and hope you had a good time. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same back schedule. And stuff. Bye bye.
Hi Raspberry, thank you so much for the raid. Oh my gosh. Hey Hyper, hi Midnight. I'm just having a run through of Satisfactory. It's my first try, so trying to get